Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing a video showing 5 different nail extension systems, and I'm really excited to show you this. The brand that we're going to be using is by Gelish and Hand and Nail Harmony. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, and for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, like, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So this is not part of the steps, but I'm doing my typical nail heat dehydrator and acid-free primer. And this is also by Gelish. So today we're going to be presenting 5 different systems. The first one that we're doing here is the Polygel with dual form system. I'm putting a layer of foundation gel, giving that a cure. And then I'm going to take this Gelish Polygel and my Gelish Polygel brush and spatula, and I'm going to just grab a little dollop of that and put it on this dual form here. This dual form didn't come with the kit, but I definitely wanted to try this out with the Gelish product. And this is the Gelish slip solution. I love this solution compared to the other brands that I've used. The smell is so nice and it evaporates not as soon as you place it on the polygel, but as you're working with it so that it doesn't leave any goopy residue or anything like that. So I'm just going to take that dollop and I'm just going to spread it out in this dual form. I'm just going to use the length of the nail because I'm not too sure yet how long I'm going to make this, but I more than likely am going to make it as long as the soft gel tip that I'm going to be using later. So as you're watching me manipulate this polygel, with the slip solution, it makes it so much easier to manipulate, but the polygel is firm enough that when I put this, and I'm not really applying that much pressure, it's sticking on there, and I'm just going to flip it on its underside and smooth out that little excess that came out from putting pressure on my nail. And that little white thing on the screen, that's the gooseneck lamp that I'm going to flash cure with. Flipped it around and I'm removing the excess that came out from the sides. And again, as you can see, it's not slipping around. It's nice and firm enough to stay on my pinky. Giving that a flash cure. And after I left that there for 5 seconds, I did a full cure with a regular lamp. Remove that dual form, and this is what it looks like. I'm just going to give that a little swipe with some nail cleanser just to remove that little slippery layer. The next system that we're using today is the soft gel tip, again by Gelish, and I'm going to be applying a nail tip primer underside the nail. And then I'm going to be applying the adhesive on there. And it's been a minute since I've used soft gel tips. You guys know that I've been using that all 2021. So I feel like it's hard to gauge how much I need again. So there is excess there that you can see, but you can easily just gently scrape that off. It comes off so easy. And I'm just gonna nail cleanse that to remove any scuff marks that those the excess gel made. The next system that we're going to be using is the Gelish Polygel system using a nail form. The nail forms that I'm using today are by Hand and Nail Harmony, and this nail form is so super sticky. So I'm already loving these. I normally use the Mia Secret ones, but it is not as sticky as I would want it to be. But once I put it on here as so, the adhesive just grabs onto my finger and it doesn't really move around. And that I like because that will prevent the ledges that you get when you're doing it this way with the nail form. I just took a dollop of polygel, and I wanted you to notice how the polygel is moving, or at least not moving on my nail as I'm manipulating it. It doesn't level off either. And that's another reason why I love this polygel. This is the first system that I ended up using when I started my channel. It was the first time I ever used it as well. And I love learning on this. It gave me so much time to get the forms right. Um, as you can see, I'm holding it sideways and this and that, and it's staying in place, and I love that. So I'm just going to do one layer of this first just to get the form down, and then we're going to go back in with another dollop and build up that apex. You can cure it after you form it, and then you know, put another dollop right after curing it. But I like to do it all at once. So again, I am so excited to show you this. I like to learn different systems just for my knowledge, and maybe there's systems that I will end up liking, just like I did with the soft gel tips. I didn't like the soft gel tips as much because I hate finding tips to fit my nail, but I'm starting to notice that there is such a tremendous growth in the full tip industry because there's so many different sizes now. I don't know if, like, you know, way back when, and my way back when was just like, you know, early 2000s, but I felt like there were just wasn't enough sizing choices, and you had to file the nail tip so much just to fit your nail. So I'm glad that I don't need to do that anymore. But yeah, it's like stuff like that that I try and I ended up liking more than I thought I would. So I'm excited to show you all the systems that I have um, learned over the past life of my channel. And let me know which one you end up considering or that you already use and you love as well. So I'm giving that a nail cleanse after I cure it. There is like a little slippery layer on top. And the next system that we're using today is Hard Gel by Gelish, aka Builder Gel. And then again, we're using a nail form. I don't like to use tips because that's an added extra that I could just make out of the polygel or builder gel. And plus, you have to whip out some nail glue, and I'm not a fan of nail glue either. But I love builder gel. Builder gel is hard to get the hang of, but once you get the hang of it, builder gel is by far for me the easiest and the fastest to do when doing nail extensions or fill-ins. So it's really nice to be able to use this again. And I just am a little sad that when I bought this builder gel, I thought I was getting the larger jar, and I didn't. I got this tiny one, so I'm gonna have to find the larger one someday. But so this is how I do it. I'm going to do this in layers, and that's probably the best way to go about it. So just put the dollop in. I try not to flood the cuticle, but try to push it to get close to the cuticle. And then I'll do some swooshes downward. So I'm covering that tip, meeting the nail form, and I'm just adding more and swishing back and forth to make the tip, as you can see here. And trust me, I mean, this went pretty fast, but it wasn't always that way. And I definitely had some issues in the beginning of making it just right. So, don't think that I'm just, oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy. It took a minute to get there. But when you get there, like I said, it's by far the funnest and the easiest and the quickest way for me. So I just went back in after I cured that first layer, and I'm just trying to build up that apex. I flipped my nail upside down just to get that builder gel to level off towards the apex. And I'm just gonna follow the tip downward and just build up that thickness of the nail. And again, for some reason, my video editing app like just doesn't like me doing my voiceover. I did one, this is the second one I'm doing again, and the first one I did I think sounded a lot happier as you can imagine. But I can even feel it in my voice now. My voice is just not happy with me and it's crackling everywhere, so I apologize for that. So last but not least is the hand and nail harmony. I guess they're calling this the Prohesion. This is the Prohesion Master Kit. Um and it's the acrylic powders. It comes with clear, white, and a light pink. And it also came with these nail forms. Again, these are nice and super sticky. Um so after I place them, and as you see, like, I trim my nails really low, so it's harder to get a nail form to stay when you have no tip to fit it under. Um, but these just worked out so great. And let me take a minute to tell you about the monomer. So this is these two companies are under the same, or one and the same, I guess. They're sister companies. And that monomer is just so smelly. It's pretty bad. Like, I felt bad because my husband, who lets me do these, nail videos every weekend, and he was pinching his nose, and I only did one nail. So I feel like, doing acrylics may not be the best thing for me right now. I will definitely do acrylic nail videos in the future. I just don't know if I'm going to do it every weekend for a year like I do with the other systems, because it is just too smelly for me. It probably smells as normal as like a nail salon. I don't, I know there's other monomers out there that I've heard don't smell as bad, but this is what came with the kit. Um, but yeah, it's nice to try out. I am using small beads. There's no shame in my game. I'm not really good at acrylics yet. In fact, this is my first time since, maybe the early 2000s that I had used an acrylic kit. So I'm really hoping for the best that this doesn't look too bad. And surprisingly enough, I didn't have to remake this nail because I think it came out pretty decent for my first run. I started by doing connecting the nail form to my nail tip, worked my way towards the cuticle, and now I'm just working down the tip with the acrylic. And again, I feel like this isn't as bad as the dual form stuff that I've been doing, which is, I mean, that's pretty bad then. But it was surprising to me that this wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Um, but I guess over time I'll be able to perfect doing acrylics. Um, but I just don't know because that smell is just, it might just be too much. I just have a small apartment. Maybe in the summertime I can do my nails outside, but that might mess with the lighting. I don't know. It's a lot. We'll see. leave a comment below if you'd want to see more acrylic videos. I mean, I prefer polygels and builder gels. I still have some soft gel tips that I can use. So, yeah, just let me know if it would be like a big deal if I don't focus so much on the acrylics. But I have to use them up. So this is a side-by-side of the monomer on the left and the slip solution on the right. It's the same kind of colors, but the monomer was pretty smelly and the slip solution smells divine. So now that I finished making my 5 nail extensions, I'm going to go in now with my Hand and Nail Harmony filing boards, and I'm just going to try to do a quick file on this. I spent a good amount of time making these nails, not so much as my other videos because this, I had a full design on my other videos. But at this point, it's like, all right, let's just get this all filed down because I'm so eager to see what these guys look like after a top coat. But yeah, so doing these, it's hard to say what is my favorite, but it was really nice working with Polygel and Builder Gel again. It had been, I think I used Polygel back in 2020, and then, no, that's not right. What was I using? Okay. Yeah, I think it was Polygel and Builder Gel for 2020, and then I had the soft gel tips. Well, leaking into 2021. I try to use up all my stuff before I buy another system. I mean, obviously, during the holidays, I went a little crazy and I got different systems, which is not my MO. But I like to use up a system before I try another one. So that probably led to this video because I was dying to try all of them. But going back to my regularly scheduled program, I might do acrylic. Maybe I'll do acrylic every now and then I'll use up what I have. I definitely need to do my full set video. So I'm going to be doing my full set video. I'm hoping this coming weekend. So you guys can look forward to that. I'm going to be doing a short on my life using or with 5XL nails on both my hands. So that should be interesting. But I said I was able to use these 5XLs because I stopped going to the gym. Well, I went back to the gym. But it wasn't too bad because I am not boxing anymore because someone broke the bag, not me. But um so I was like, okay, I can have long nails now. But I signed up for a boxing class. They offer boxing classes now, and that's so super, cool. But it's it's air boxing at this point. It just started. So I don't think long nails will be a big deal because I'm not making contact with anything or putting on wraps or boxing gloves. The only thing that I'm going to be concerned about is just explaining it to people. Like, they're going to see me go into this class and I'm going to have 5XL nails and they're going to like, how do you expect to punch with those? Like, I make do. I will make do. I just don't want to have to explain it to people. But it comes with the territory. I had to explain why I have two different designs on my hands. So, especially lengths too. So I guess this won't be any different, but yeah, I wanted to do this for you guys because I thought it would be interesting. I think it was a little interesting with one hand being 5XL, but two, that's going to be completely interesting, especially for someone that likes to use their hands, for everything. So after I filed all this down, I'm just putting a top coat on this. I mean, I didn't plan on doing anything at the moment. I thought that I was going to be able to put a design on it later this week, but I've just been so busy with work and the gym. I'm trying to get fit. I even changed my diet. It's not really a diet, but I became a vegan for a few months for 2022. And I just, it's a complete lifestyle change. And I just want to go back and eat meat. But, yeah, I won't be able to have time to put a design on this, unfortunately, but it was really cool to see these different systems. Now, I didn't show it in video, but on this pinky nail here, I had to go back in and apply more polygel just because I didn't feel like it was thick enough for the length that it was, and it definitely didn't have an apex. So I'm just taking some nail cleanser now, removing that sticky layer. I'm going to show you guys what this all looks like. 5 different systems using the same brand, same sister company, and you're going to see the difference. I mean, I feel that the clearest nail is the soft gel tip and the builder gel. The strength is clearly the acrylic nail here. I have to mention that this stuff that I'm putting on there came with a kit. It's a dual coat artificial nail sealer. You put 1 coat of this and it's supposed to enhance the brightness of the acrylic nails. I can tell you that, yeah, it pretty works. Maybe it prevents the yellow. But yeah, so, I had to file off that top coat that I put because I totally forgot that this was in the kit. But I'll do another acrylic video and I'll show you how that system works. But here are the nails. You can see how different they are. I'm a little disappointed with the soft gel tip because I kind of had an idea of how much I needed since doing them last year, but it's been a while. So now, like, obviously I didn't remember how much I needed. So it kind of gooped out there when I pressed it on my finger. But there you have it. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And let me know in the comments below which system you like, what you already use, and what you want to use. Join me this weekend. I told you that I would be doing my full set of 5XL nails, and I'll be doing a short showing me how I function or not function with them. So it'll be very interesting. I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.